Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Historian Tessa Dunlop told the Mirror, the Omid Scobie Endgame assault has been detonated and the Sussex's most loyal attack dog has laid bare his cast of villains just in time for pantomime season. A cold prince, a jealous king, a tightly controlled princess, trussed up in a rotting monarchy. The timing could not be worse for Prince Harry after the Duke's full-scale attack on the royals in the documentary and book form. Recently, the mood around the Sussex camp has changed. A more conciliatory tone is in the air, backed up with news of a birthday phone call with the king and talk of Christmas invitations. Unfortunately, no one appears to have briefed Omid, whose muck-raking book covers old ground. William is only in it for the crown. Coachable Kate is a mere part-timer, while tawdry rumours of marital discord between the pair make Omid look no better than the tabloids he attacks. None of this would matter but for the fact that the journalist has had uncomfortably close contact with Meghan and Harry in the past. A High Court testimony confirmed as much. Friends were briefed by the Duchess for Omid's first book, Finding Freedom. Reflecting on royal protocol, Dunlop suggested that the Sussexes might benefit from Queen Victoria's wisdom on maintaining distance in relationships. She quoted Victoria's advice to her royal offspring, "Never make friendships. Friendships and intimacies are very bad, often lead to great mischief." In the Daily Mail, Robert Jobson writes, I think Omid is in danger of believing his own publicity. I work alongside Omid at US network ABC, where we are both connected royal contributors. I like him personally. We have a good working relationship. But to suggest the British monarchy is on its last legs is not only a bit much, it's as ill-informed as some of what appears inside the 403-page tome. As an author of 18 books, some bestsellers, some sadly not, I am loath to criticize another writer's work, knowing how much blood, sweat and tears goes into a book. But some of what he says about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is catty and unfair. The princess has done her best to serve the Queen, the King and the country, as well as her husband and family. As a mother of three, her schedule is relentless. She faced a hostile press and criticism too, like Meghan did in places when she first arrived on the royal scene. Catherine was dubbed Weighty Katie, remember? Her poor mum Carol was even slammed for being working class, for aspiring to better, her real crime in my view, and heaven forbid for chewing gum. But surely there is a bigger question at play here, one that has little to do with the veracity of what actually appears in the Scobie book. And it is this. Why doesn't Harry, Duke of Sussex, make a clear personal statement to distance himself from Endgame and its contents? Why doesn't Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, do the same? Off-the-record briefings and friends don't cut it. By staying quiet, they are effectively backing Omid, his implausible claims, and his spurious allegation that the monarchy is on the brink and fighting for survival. Is that what they want? In his book, Scobie claims that the relationship between Prince William and Kate with King Charles and Queen Camilla has evolved positively over time, especially following the departure of the Sussexes. Scobie writes about the growing closeness between the two couples, noting that in the early days it should have been unimaginable to think that one day William and Kate would meet Charles and Camilla for laugh-filled lunches. But the two couples have grown increasingly closer over the years, especially since the Sussexes' departure. Another allegation in Scobie's book is the purported gratitude Queen Camilla expressed towards broadcaster Piers Morgan for his public criticism of Meghan Markle. Morgan, known for his controversial remarks, had referred to Meghan as Princess Pinocchio after her interview with Oprah Winfrey. Scobie claims that Queen Camilla privately thanked Morgan for defending the firm. Meghan said, "This, again, is a lie. I had no contact with Queen Camilla in that period whatsoever." Expressing skepticism about the book's content, Morgan added, "So given everything about me in the book is false, forgive me if I take the rest of it with a dose of putrid old suspicious salt too." In The Telegraph, Hannah Furness writes of Endgame, "The book is full of damning accusations, but as anyone who read the fact-checking and fallout from Finding Freedom, Scobie's first book, will wonder, is any of it accurate? The book's attention to detail is questionable. It incorrectly states the time of Queen Elizabeth II's death announcement and misattributes the September 19th, 2022 funeral to Prince Philip instead of the Queen. It also inaccurately reports the number of private secretaries in the Duchess of Cambridge's office, despite recent accurate reporting on the matter by The Telegraph. Sections of the book appear more opinionated than factual. Scobie describes the trooping the colour balcony appearance as a little lackluster and suggests the monarchy's vulnerability. He also attempts to explain away more positive public perceptions of the royal family, attributing them to deceptive polling and reporting. The biography also speculates on Kate emulating Meghan in various aspects, a point that seems more conjectural than evidence-based. This speculation extends to the Sussexes' future work, which Scobie notes will focus on mental health, mirroring the young royals' similar objectives. Scobie offers a lofty reason for writing the book, seemingly aiming to contribute to the monarchy's evolution, yet this claim comes at a time when the royal family is actively engaging in high-profile events and tours. One source critically reflects on the book's impact, saying, "It's the endgame for someone's reputation. I'm not sure it's the royal family." Palace Intrigue will be right back. Prince George, who has been accompanying his parents, Kate, the Princess of Wales, and Prince William, along with his younger siblings on various trips since birth, may soon face a change in that routine. This anticipated shift is due to a rule instituted by the late Queen Elizabeth, stipulating that the direct heir to the throne should not travel with other family members. As Prince George approaches a key age milestone, he is likely to adhere to the same protocol that Prince William followed when he turned 12. The royal family typically travels together, whether for casual outings like Wimbledon or international trips to destinations like Berlin and Jordan. However, with George's significant birthday drawing near, the family may need to alter their travel arrangements for the future king. This rule is in place to mitigate the risk of a tragic event potentially impacting the line of succession. Should an unfortunate incident occur while the Wales family is travelling together, it could dramatically alter the royal hierarchy, even potentially positioning Prince Harry and Meghan Markle closer to the throne. As reported by Cosmopolitan, the tradition set by Queen Elizabeth dictates that Prince William and his son George should not travel together to ensure safety. Former royal pilot Graham Laurie shared on Hello's A Right Royal podcast, "We flew all four, the Prince, the Princess, Prince William and Prince Harry, up until when Prince William was 12 years old. After that, he had to have a separate aircraft, and we could only fly all four together when they were young with the written permission of Her Majesty." Thus, when Prince George turns 12 in July 2025, it is expected that the Prince and Princess of Wales will adhere to this rule, maintaining the preservation of the royal succession line. Jenna Clark, an associate editor of the Australian newspaper, dislikes the Sussexes' focus on money. Clark told Sky News Australia, "I wish that the narrative coming out of the Sussex team was not about money or things like that. It should be about the fact that they have two beautiful children, that you feel are just being completely robbed of another part of their family and their heritage. You just hope for the sake of the kids that bridges are mended in the not-too-distant future." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Apple or Spotify or your app of choice. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.